Hey guys, RNG here, and I'd like to thank you all for bearing with me all these weeks. I know it's been a long time since I've put anything up on here, but I'm happy to have a chance to sit down and talk to you guys today about all the many different things that I've been having on. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the slow YouTube content creation. I was never the most prolific YouTube content creator, wrote a lot more articles and stuff, and I found myself incredibly busy at the moment, both with the various Eternal projects that I have up in the air and with real life stuff. I've picked up a second job, and I'm finding it very hard to actually sit down and focus only on a single task. Like I'm playing Eternal while I'm doing my work, and it's not balancing particularly well. So I'm trying to get back into content creation. I know the stock lists have sat vacant for a very long time, and that's something that a lot of people wanted to see. I promise you guys, I'm going to get back to them. We have the tier list coming up on Thursday. After that, they are my top priority. So we're going to get right back into those. You're going to see a lot more stock talks coming out now that we've settled down some of the things that we've been doing. So what have we been doing? Well, if you've been looking at the RNG Eternal site recently, you will know that we've actually hired two new content creators, writers. We got Loco Pojo and Lights Out Ace, and they're both fantastic guys, and I'm really looking forward to working with them. Loco Pojo is going to be focusing more on sort of uh, Eternal basics. To help out the newer players. I know there's a lot of players that are coming here from other games or just don't have that much experience yet, and they've been looking for a really good beginner's resource, and I'm hoping that Loco Pojo can provide that for you guys. He's also going to be doing a couple of segments where he brings some of his really wacky decks. I know Loco Pojo's a brewer, and if you were watching one of the other things that we were doing today, he had a pretty good highlight where his deck just totally went off that you should check out. It's up on the subreddit. Um, and Lights Out Ace is doing more of a very focused deck tech talk. He's a really good player, double top 10, and he knows the decks that he's talking about inside and out, especially the Sicaria Blue one that he led with. So he's going to be going right through all the decks, talking about card choices, matchups, basic gameplay, advanced gameplay, all kinds of stuff. Goes really in depth, far beyond anything that I was writing about the various master lists and things. So definitely something that you're going to want to check out if you really want to understand a deck archetype. I'm really glad to introduce them. Of course, we've got Neon's continuing on with his various strategy articles and whatever else he decides to write about. So that's all continuing. We've moved now to a weekly content schedule with the addition of our new writers. Neon's going to be doing his Going Deep column on Mondays, followed by usually me on Tuesdays. Sometimes there will be a feature article there. We're not really sure yet. I'm also going to be continuing the Mechanics Explained series. You're going to see Deadly up on Tuesday, so that's coming up. That I haven't put that away. That's just we're with the weekly content schedule. We're spacing it out a little more. Wednesdays will be Lights Out. That's Lights Out Ace's column, and he'll be talking about various decks there. Thursday is always going to be tier list or me again, depending on what we're fitting in there. We don't want to put anything on a tier list day since it's already such a big thing. And finally, on Fridays, we're going to have Sky on School, which is Loco Pojo's. That's his basics column. He has a different name for his fancy decks column, I believe. So, really happy about that. Really excited to do that. We've done a bit of an evolution here. It's certainly interesting. We've got a lot more people than just me and Neon kicking around behind the scenes. So, and we're looking forward to expanding further. But for now, we're going to hold at what we got. Um, and what we got is a lot. The draft pick order has been updated. Um, whole new cards on last Thursday. It was 4 months since it had last been touched, so I'm very happy to bring that back to you guys and give you you drafters out there that were looking for a little bit of a leg up, more cards. Last one didn't even include legendary cards. This one has all the cards in the game, so you're totally good for having this. So we're very happy to bring you guys that. We were also, for the first time, able to bring a top 100 list. I actually managed to find out who every player in the top 100 was for the month of October. So I brought that list to you there, and I'm hoping to bring this again in November. I know a lot of players have sort of sat back from ladder a bit, weren't too happy, weren't enjoying it too much. But this has lit a fire under some people who got 120, 130, and they're going to start grinding ladder a little harder for November season. So hopefully that reignites some of the competitive spirit and people start brewing again. That'll be exciting to see. And one thing that we've really taken off is the Eternal Tournament series, which has taken over for Skylands League for about 6 weeks now. Weekly tournament series runs every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is, I believe, 6 p.m. UTC. So convert that to your local time as necessary. It is a Swiss format, so you play usually 4 or 5 rounds of Swiss, and then it cuts the top 8. And the top 2 players out of the top 8, so that's the winner and the runner-up, both get invitations to the November Invitational. So what is the November Invitational? Well, we haven't released too much information about it. Look forward to a big post about that with all the invitees and stuff later this week. But November Invitational is a very big tournament that we're doing on November 27th. It's going to be streamed, all the games. They're going to be recorded, commentated by the casters that you know and love. I know Neon will be there. I'll be there. I'm not sure who else yet, but those two are for sure. So they're all going to be broadcast live. The best players in Eternal, or at least the tournament winners are for sure. And it's going to be the top 16 players. So we've got the 6 invites in front of us here. Babam, Rewind, Argonaut, Sir Rhino, Crispa, and Unearthly have all earned their slots already. And we're going to be filling out the rest with the people with the most invitational points. Now, how do you get invitational points? All you need to do to get an invitational point is enter an Eternal Tournament Series weekly and win a match. 1 match win, 1 point. Very simple. Since Rewind has been picking up all of the points, or all of the invitations with 3 so far that he's taken up, we're going to be filling out the rest of the slots, 10 of them at the moment, with the top invitational points people. So even if you enter these tournaments and you don't win, there's a very good chance that if you win enough matches that you're going to get an invite to the invitational anyways, and you definitely want to be there because we have a lot of great prizes. You're going to get a lot of recognition for being there, and I really want to see all you guys participate. So Saturdays, if you can make the time for it, that's definitely something you want to do. However, the invitational will be on a Sunday, so keep that in mind and keep an eye out for it. There's going to be a lot more news about it in the coming days. Outside of the site itself, there's been a lot of concern about some of the content on the site. Has had a lot of typos and spelling errors and grammatical errors and stuff. Now we've put somebody into an editorial position in order to try to rectify that, but especially with previously existing content, it's difficult to go over all of it with a fine-tooth comb, especially for card names. So please bear with us while we try to adapt to our new system. Quite frankly, I haven't run one of these before, and a lot of people that I'm working with have not done this sort of mass collaboration thing either, so we're still trying to get a great system in place where we can make sure that all our content is error-free. However, I hope all of you have been enjoying the actual content itself, and it's just the slight errors that are in there that are detracting from it a bit. So we're definitely going to take a look at that and do the best we can to remove them all as quickly as possible. On the mainstream Eternal front, I was happy enough to actually hit Master today. So 2 days ahead of schedule. The October and September, I hit it on the 14th both times. As I said, been very busy, so not the fastest climb up there, but we did get there in the end. So Master List continues to be a very real thing, and yeah, and I still know what I'm talking about, guys. I have not become washed up just yet. As for other stuff that we're doing, I know I talked about all the expansions that we have been done, but one thing that we do have on the horizon is I'm in talks with a couple of different streamers about getting YouTube and streaming content for the site. So sponsored RNG Eternal streamers and also producing content specifically for RNG Eternal in the YouTube style. I know a lot of you guys enjoy the YouTube videos that I do, but there's a lot of great content creators out there who aren't me, who I'd like to bring to you as well. Articles aren't everybody's cup of tea, and you can't really get a feel for how a deck really plays just by reading about it. You got to watch somebody who's really good play it, and I'm hoping to bring some of those to the site in the near future. However, it's pretty difficult to get all this stuff together on our own. As you know, I have no unrelated advertisements on the site, and that is a promise that I'm going to try to keep for you guys for as long as possible. Um, so without the advertisement revenue, however, it's pretty difficult to actually expand the site as I've got to pay for the site upkeep as well as all the people that I'm bringing in, since I can't ask people to work for free for me. So what I have put up about a month ago is a Patreon. Um, and through this Patreon, which has had some great people support me already, I'm using to pay for the site's upkeep and pay for the various writers that I brought in and other content creators that I hope to bring in the future. I myself, of course, work for nothing and will continue to do so for as long as we are expanding. I do this for you guys because I want to help out. I do this for Eternal because I think Eternal is a great game and I really want to see it grow. And I do this for the community because I think that the community needs a resource like this and various other resources. EternalDex.cards is a fantastic one and one I highly recommend that you check out if you haven't done so already. For all your more toolbox needs, stuff like it's a deck box site. It's got card data. All the tournament results go up there as well as on my main site. Although I'm not associated with EternalDex.cards in any way, it is a great place. Another great place for Eternal. And it's my desire to see this grow as big as possible, and I cannot do that without your guys' support. I've been very thankful for you guys, what you've done so far, and I really hope that you guys can continue to support us in the future. That's all that I have to say. This does not mean that I'm ever going to start charging for RNG Eternal content. There will be no premium content for Patreon creators. Those of you that do support me with go to the higher tiers of rewards are going to end up with deck doctor sessions and coaching and stuff from the great staff that we have there. So if that's something you're interested in, look into this to check this out. So beyond that, if you're looking to get in contact with me, perhaps because you want to write a feature article for me, I know there were a lot of great writers that applied during our article thing but didn't get chosen. Or perhaps you'd interested in becoming a content creator for the site full time or just helping out, you can get in contact with me a whole bunch of different ways. The easiest nowadays is probably to message me on Discord. If you're on the Eternal Card Game Discord already, which you should be. It's a great place. There's a lot of great people there, some good discussions, and well, a fair amount of unrelated discussions and off topic if you're looking for more just a community aspect rather than just the Eternal. That's the best place to get me. If you can't find me there, probably the second best is either message me at my Twitter or email me at rngeternal@gmail.com. If you've got something that you want to send me content-wise, maybe an article, a video, what have you, definitely email me. That's the best way to get in contact with me. If you're looking for the rest of the team, all of their various contact information is on here. Neon, as you know, runs the Eternal Cast SoundCloud, where he does interviews with a lot of different people that are involved in the Eternal community. It's very cool. You should check him out if you haven't already. Local Pojo streams all the time. He's a great guy and does a lot of fun stuff on his streams. So if you're looking for more of a fun stream, he's definitely a good one to check out. Lights Out Ace is looking to get into streaming but has not started yet, and so I don't have a stream for you guys to check out for him, but his contact information is also on the site there. So that's all of what I've been up to. Quite a mouthful, I'm sure, and a lot for you guys to digest, but that's why the content creation has slowed down a bit. I've got a lot on my plate, and I've got a lot of balls in the air right now. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying everything that's been going on. If you have a suggestion on how to make the site better or my content better, I would love to hear it, honestly. I don't get suggestions enough from you guys. Whenever you guys say, I don't really understand stun, or, can you talk about various mechanics or interactions or whatever, that gives me ideas for what I can put out that will be helpful to you guys specifically. I know stock talks is one thing that's been talked about a lot, and we are going to get back into those. I may actually get someone who does that full time, and that's their only thing. They're just keeping the stock list as up to date as possible. That might be the best way to do it because I'm sort of overstretched at the moment in terms of what I've taken on. But um, your suggestions are greatly appreciated. Your support even more greatly appreciated. And I just like to thank you guys for playing Eternal. As long as we keep the game going and don't give up on it, it's going to be fantastic and amazing, and we're going to continue to grow as a community, as a game, and well, those are the two main ones. So thank you all for listening to me ramble on my first vlog. Um, Hopefully you guys have some idea of what I've got going on in the future, and I hope to get you guys out another video very soon. Thank you.